Hey fellas, welcome. Friends, I welcome you all in this new section on HTML forms, and in this particular section we will check how to deal with forms under JSP. So let's get started and let's check HTML forms. As an overview, we're gonna check couple of things, and the things which we're gonna check in this particular lecture are what is form and why it is important in fact. Apart from that, we will also check a small fragment of code and the output of the code, and that will make us understand that how to build a very basic form in fact. Apart from that, we will also check how forms interact with the web server, and finally we will also check the communication methods of form. Now if we talk about forms in web, forms are everywhere. For example, if we check this particular web page, this is a snap of a Google sign up form web page, and this particular form is nothing but a web page with a form. Whenever we would like to interact with the user, form is the answer. For example, if we go ahead and check the Facebook homepage, again it is a web page with a form. Moving forward, if we check Udemy's homepage, even in here we have this very simple form. Whenever it comes to interaction, form is the answer. In here we can search for courses which are available in this particular website Udemy, and in here we can type in the query and Udemy will search the appropriate courses for you. So again, this is a form. Now this is a little complex form when compared to Udemy's homepage. In here we can search for hotels. This is a snapshot of one of the travel websites. I guess it's Make My Trip, and in here we can surely check hotels worldwide. So this is again a form where we have multiple fields. Finally, let us check a very simple form which we have built, and we will also check the code for it. So here is the simple form which we have built, where we have full name, gender, known languages, country, and a submit button. And here is a simple code of HTML. This particular form we would be using in our forthcoming lectures, and in fact this particular form has couple of elements. For example, there is input type text, then we have radio buttons, then we also have check boxes, and we also have drop down. So we have couple of basic elements in here, and even though this is a very basic and simple form, even then there are a couple of things which we would be discussing in forthcoming lecture, even though it is a very simple form altogether. Now let us move forward and let us check how form interact with the web server. Now interaction with the web server is pretty simple, as we know that there are request and response objects which are already available to us, and in fact the web application follow this rule. It will request the web application and it will receive the response from the web application. So even form follow the same topology. It will request the particular resources depending on the user input, and depending on the user input the web application will process the form and give the response. Whenever it comes with user interaction, then form would be the answer. So this is a very simple topology of request response model. Moving forward, finally let us check communication methods. Now there are two communication methods, post and get. Now where to define the communication method, how to define it, and how to handle it, this is something which we gonna check in the forthcoming lecture. As if now to understand that post is the encrypted form. In the case of post, the user cannot check that which information is submitted by the form. It is in the encrypted form, and which is recommended in fact. The next method is get method, where the information is passed via the URL. Definitely we will check these two methods in detail in the forthcoming lecture. So I suppose the lecture was easy to understand, and this is all about today's lecture. This was a very simple overview. I guess the lecture was easy to understand and you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.